As part of the Leith Festival, Trinity House Packs a Punch celebrated a golden age of local boxing in the 1950s. Historic Environment Scotland has put together a nostalgic display of fighters from a bygone era, when world champions rubbed shoulders with famous faces. But it was a surprise to all when a man from these very photos walked into the exhibition as its doors swung open.
We were having our 100th anniversary, and Douglas Fraser, who runs the club more or less now, he brought the brochure down and there was a photograph of me in the front. So we said, well, we better show our face just to see if we can help you. Looking at them, sparring with Jackie Brown and all that. Jackie was a legend in the box, and then sparring with Ken Buchanan, all these guys, all these names. Tam Emery, I know Tam's dead now, but Tam was an excellent boxer, and every one of them was a good character. They all had the same character, and they were all good. I've never met a bad one, honestly.
Onlookers discussed these noble characters fondly as they recalled an era in which a tight-knit boxing community saw the sport as a way of fighting out of post-war poverty in Leith.
The photographs mostly on display today come from the Scotsman newspaper archive, and they form a significant amount of Scran, an online database which is part of Historic Environment Scotland. And the Scotsman newspaper archive is a rich and varied source of information and images. And the reason that we selected boxing is because of the rich heritage in Leith, linked to Leith Victoria Boxing Club, as well as other boxing clubs in and around this side of Edinburgh. During Open Doors Day before Christmas, one of our visitors got chatting with us, and one thing led to another, and we found that he knew lots of information about people in the boxing pictures, and we decided to explore that further and bring that archive out to the fore and share it with the visitors during Leith Festival. When we opened the doors at noon, it was an absolute joy to see that Jimmy had returned and was able to share more of his stories about boxing, being a docker and growing up in Leith and the Kirkgate. As well as, Ricky Day walking through the door, he could have knocked me over with a feather, because I've been looking at pictures of the young Ricky Day for months, and there was the man in front of me, so an absolute joy.
I don't know about being proud, but it's just nice to remember it, and maybe let my family know about it. Let them know I've not been kidding them on.
And even if they still do a wee bit, Ricky can himself gaze fondly back at memories of these great athletes, his former sparring partners, even decades after the bell has rung. Ian McNally, That's TV.